Hey, it's Bernadette O. Harris, award-winning accountant and CEO of the BTB Advisory Firm. In May of 2022, I moved from Atlanta to Merida in the Yucatan in Mexico, sight unseen, for my health and my happiness. Join me as I navigate my new life, share tips on international moves, and explore the beauty of Mexico. Hey guys, it's Bernadette L. Harris. I am back with another video in my Expat Tales series. And today I want to talk about the fact that it's my anniversary. It is my 2-year anniversary. I have been living in this beautiful city of Merida, Yucatan, Mexico for 2 years. And what a journey it's been. I was thinking about some of the highlights, some of the things that I accomplished or did or whatever in the last 2 years. And I kind of made a list, so I'm just going to run through them really quickly. The first thing was, well, I won't say first. The first thing I want to share, these aren't all in order, but first thing I want to share is that I sold my home in Atlanta. And I am so grateful for the realtor that I use. She's my realtor and also my friend. And I was able to do everything remotely. So the only thing that I needed was the day that it was time to sign, on closing day. I had my power of attorney show up, which I have a power of attorney in the States that can sign stuff on my behalf. And so I had my power of attorney sign up to sign all the paperwork. So I was able to get my home sold from here and not have to fly back to Atlanta. So that's done. And some people say that that was the finale. Like, yeah, that was kind of the last piece of property that I had in the States. And so it's gone. So I sold my home. Shortly after that, or around that time, I actually hosted a Mother's Day brunch at my home. And that was my first time really entertaining in my home. I had friends over, like one or two friends, but actually having a whole group of people over, that was my first time, first of many, because that was kind of the catalyst that started it out. And so I hosted a Mother's Day brunch in my home. Let's see what else. I have a whole list here. I hosted a retreat here in Merida for my business. And so 4 of my clients came from the United States here to Merida, and I've hosted a CEO wellness retreat along with my daughter. She was my co-host, and it was incredible. A very, very powerful experience. Everything that I anticipated and hoped for happened and more. And so there'll be more to come as it relates to those retreats. What else did I do? Oh, I started taking swimming lessons. Because I don't know if you know this, and I don't know, a lot of people probably don't know this, but I can't swim. I took swimming lessons every single summer when I was a kid, but I still can't swim. And a part of it is that I have a thing about getting my face wet. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't like to get my face wet. So I can actually backstroke. I can swim on my back because my face is out of the water. But there's something about getting my face wet that just kind of freaks me out. And so I have not been able to swim. I still can't swim, but I'm a little bit better. And so I started taking swimming lessons and working on putting my face in the water, breathing underwater, doing the whole turning your head thing. And so it's a process. I'm getting there. I also started taking Spanish lessons. And so I think I've shared in a previous video that I took Spanish when I was in high school. I had Hispanic friends in high school. I lived in South Florida. And so I was conversant when I was in high school. And then I went to college in Pennsylvania and eventually made my way to Atlanta. And it's one of those things where if you don't use it, you definitely lose it. And so once I moved to Mexico, I realized how much Spanish I did not remember. So I've been taking Spanish lessons, and a lot of things are coming back to me. And so I'm a lot better at reading Spanish, still working on the speaking part, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. I actually did both holidays here in Merida. I usually spend the holidays, or at least one of the two, Thanksgiving or Christmas, in the States with my daughter. And this year we had been traveling so much. both of us, that we both decided that we wanted to spend the holidays in our own homes. And so I did. I stayed here in Merida and I had friends over for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I actually had dinner with some friends. So that was something that happened in my second year here in Merida. Another thing, and you probably saw this in another video, I had to have eye surgery. And that was huge and scary and all of itself. Yeah, go back and watch that video. But I had to have eye surgery and I had it here in Merida. Several of my friends were asking, like, why don't want to come back to the States to have the eye surgery? The thing is, one, the surgery was going to cost me more in the States. Two, the recovery time was 6 weeks. I don't want to stay with anybody for 6 weeks. And so, yeah, so I had that here and I'm recovering well. My eyes are doing great. And yeah, so we're good on that. And I think probably I'm highlighting because there are whole lots of things that I did in this year. I started doing yoga. So that's been fun, just something different, something new. One of the things that I set out, one of my intentions for the 2024 was to try some new types of exercises. I've been doing strength training, weight training, cardio. And so now I'm trying yoga and I may try some other stuff. And so one of the things that I realized about being in another country and making this journey to leave the United States and live in another country is that it has taken away a lot of the fears that I had. And like I said, with the swimming lessons, like I have this major fear of like getting my face wet. I don't even wet my face in the shower. So but facing those fears and kind of conquering those fears and then doing some of the things that I've always wanted to do. And so hopefully my journey has inspired you to pick one thing that you've been afraid to do and to get it done. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be in this beautiful country, this beautiful city, this beautiful state. I'm grateful for the opportunity to live here in harmony with the people who are residents of this locals of this area. And I am grateful for the family that I've established here in Merida. So I look forward to another year in this great place, and I will be sharing my journey along the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.